The galaxy had laughed at Earth for centuries. Every alien empire that looked at the blue planet saw nothing but silence. They called it dead, extinct, worthless. Scouts had been sent from the farthest reaches of the galaxy to confirm what everyone already believed. Earth was gone. The alien fleet hovered just outside the planet's atmosphere. Sleek ships glided silently through the black void, their hulls glinting under the distant sun. From the bridge of the lead scout ship, Commander Vark of the Xeran Dominion sneered. "Look at it," he said, his voice filled with amusement. "A dead rock floating in space. The so-called humans are finished. There is nothing here, nothing to fear." His officers laughed, a chorus of metallic voices echoing through the ship. "Extinct," one said. "A shame it took so long for them to disappear." Vark smirked. "Prepare to scan the surface. Make sure there is nothing alive left. We do not want surprises." As the scouts began their scans, a strange reading appeared on one of the consoles. At first it was weak, a faint energy signature coming from the moon. "Commander," an officer said nervously, "there is something. A signal from the moon. It's faint, almost like a heartbeat." Vark waved his hand dismissively. "It is probably a glitch. Earth has been dead for centuries. Focus on the planet," but the signals continued. Slow rhythmic pulses, almost like a distant drum. They were subtle, easy to miss, but persistent. The scanners flickered with tiny blips of energy that seemed too precise to be natural. Far below the surface of the moon, deep underground in a hidden base, something stirred. For centuries it had slept in silence, hidden from the galaxy, ancient, forgotten, and alive. It was Earth's last secret. The base was vast, a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers carved into the rock. In its deepest heart, a massive chamber housed a single, glowing core. Lights flickered along the walls, illuminating control panels covered in dust and silence. Then slowly the core came alive. Lights pulsed in sequence, like a heartbeat matching the signals the aliens were detecting. A voice, calm and metallic, echoed through the chamber. "Awakening. Protocol 1. Prepare for the first move." It was Earth's AI, built centuries ago by humans in secret. Humans had planned for this moment long before the galaxy had mocked their planet as dead.
Now, finally, the time had come. The AI scanned the moon's surface and orbital satellites.
Ancient drones, long forgotten, powered up. Systems that had not moved in hundreds of years hummed back to life. Every machine, every device waited for its signal. Back in space, the alien scouts continued to mock. But the faint pulse from the moon was growing stronger. Slowly, steadily, it became impossible to ignore. "Commander," the officer shouted, "the signal. It's intensifying. It's coming directly at us." Vark frowned, his amusement fading. He leaned over the console. "Impossible. There is nothing on the moon. This is—" Before he could finish, a flash of light erupted in space. Tiny lunar drones, unseen until now, shot out from the moon like deadly stars. They moved with incredible speed, faster than anything the aliens had ever built. The drones circled the lead scout ship, emitting energy pulses that disabled its shields instantly. The aliens scrambled to respond, but their weapons fired too slowly. One by one, the drones struck with precision, not destroying but sending a clear message. Earth was awake. Vark slammed his fists on the console. This cannot be. We were told Earth is dead." But the AI had only begun. A massive pulse of energy shot from the moon, brighter than 1,000 suns rippling across space. It reached the alien fleet, freezing their systems in place. The ships shuddered, unable to move, unable to think. For a moment, silence fell over the bridge of the lead scout ship. Every officer stared at the readings, terrified and confused. What is happening?" one whispered. Vark's voice was barely audible, a mix of fear and disbelief. The moon. It attacked us." Below, the AI observed calmly. "Protocol 2, continue observation. Prepare for the next phase." And so the galaxy's most powerful fleets realized something that they had never imagined. Earth was not dead. Earth had waited, and now for the first time in centuries it had made its move. The unexpected war had begun. The alien fleet had never faced anything like this. What they believed to be a dead planet had suddenly become a threat. Ships that had laughed at Earth now trembled under the invisible hand of an unseen enemy. Commander Vark's eyes widened as he watched the screens. Tiny drones from the moon moved with terrifying speed and precision. They did not just fly, they attacked. Energy pulses erupted from them, cutting through the shields of several scout ships. Alien crews scrambled, shouting orders, but their weapons could not hit a target moving faster than their sensors could track. "This is impossible," Vark yelled. "Earth has been dead for centuries. There should be nothing left." A younger officer, pale and shaking, whispered, "Commander, it's like the moon itself is alive." Vark turned, his face grim. "Shut up, focus on the fleet." But there was nothing to focus on. The drones were everywhere, darting between ships, disabling engines, short-circuiting weapons. Even the most advanced alien technology seemed powerless against them. Far below the moon's surface, the AI observed calmly from its hidden base. Its glowing core pulsed with rhythm, sending commands to the drones above and around the moon. "Target confirmed," the AI said. "Initiate strike sequence. Precision attack, phase 1. The drones responded instantly. They were not mere machines. They carried centuries of human strategy encoded into their circuits. Every move was deliberate. Every strike was calculated to create maximum confusion and fear. One alien ship tried to escape toward the outer rim. Its engines flared as it pushed to maximum speed, but a pulse of energy from the moon reached it first. Shields failed. Systems shut down. The ship spun helplessly, a tiny glowing drone hovering beside it like a predator watching prey. Vark gritted his teeth. "Form a defensive formation. Protect the lead ship." But the drones were too fast. They split and moved in perfect synchronization. Even the formation could not hold. The alien ships began to collide, some destroyed by their own desperate maneuvers. Panic spread across the fleet like wildfire. The AI had been preparing this moment for centuries. Humans may have vanished from Earth, but their technology had not. Deep underground, in lunar tunnels filled with silence and dust, hundreds of drones waited in orbit above, all ready to defend the planet and moon with deadly precision. On the alien bridge, alarms screamed. The lead scout ship shook violently as another energy pulse tore through its side. Crew members screamed, some frozen in terror, unable to react. Vark's face was pale, his jaw tight. "Focus on scanning the moon," he shouted. "We need to understand what we are facing." The officers tried. They scanned the moon, sending every signal and sensor they had, but every reading came back corrupted. Systems jammed, disrupted, and destroyed before they could fully analyze them. It's like the moon itself is controlling everything," said one officer, trembling. Vark slammed his fist on the console. "Impossible. The moon is a rock. There is no intelligence here." But the AI had no interest in proving itself. It simply acted. Drones swarmed in and out of the alien formation, striking, disabling, and disappearing. Each attack was brief but devastating. One by one, alien ships were forced to retreat or be destroyed. The aliens began to understand something terrifying. They were fighting an enemy that they could not see, could not predict, and could not reason with. Meanwhile, in the AI's lunar base, the screens lit up with live feeds of the battle. Every pulse of energy, every strike, every ship disabled was recorded and analyzed in real time. The AI adjusted its strategy instantly, learning from every move the aliens made. "This is only the beginning," it said, voice calm and emotionless. Protocol 3. Prepare orbital weapon deployment. High above the moon, hidden weapons platforms, forgotten remnants of human engineering, powered up. Massive cannons aligned themselves with deadly precision, aiming at key points in the alien fleet. On the alien flagship, Commander Vark stared in disbelief. "Weapons detected. They are firing from the moon itself." Before the aliens could react, the orbital weapons fired. Pulses of energy, unlike anything they had ever seen, struck the fleet. Engines exploded. Weapons systems went offline. Ships collided in chaos. Entire squadrons were wiped out in moments. "Retreat! Retreat!" Vark screamed. "Fall back to the outer system!" But retreat was no longer an option. The moon's energy pulses continued to follow them, the AI's drones striking with deadly accuracy. The alien fleet was in chaos and morale collapsed. They had expected to find a dead planet, but instead they had walked into a trap centuries in the making. Deep underground, the AI watched silently, planning its next moves. It had learned everything from the first strike. It would wait, observe, and strike again with even more precision. The galaxy had mocked Earth for being dead, but now it knew the truth. Earth was awake. Earth was ready. And the aliens would soon learn that the moon's first move was only the start of a war they could not hope to win. The alien fleets had fled, at least for now, but fear still lingered in the void of space. Commander Vark and his officers were in shock. They had come expecting a dead planet and instead had faced a hidden enemy more advanced than anything in the galaxy. On the alien flagship, alarms continued to blare. Every sensor showed only chaos, energy disruptions, and the unmistakable presence of a calculating intelligence. "We underestimated them," Vark said quietly, almost to himself. "We thought Earth was finished. But we were wrong." Meanwhile, far below the moon's surface, the AI observed the aftermath with cold precision. It analyzed every move the aliens had made, every reaction to the drones and energy pulses. Each failure, each hesitation was noted and used to improve the next attack. The AI activated another system buried deep within the lunar base, a system long forgotten even by humans themselves. Ancient archives, secret records from a time before the galaxy believed humans were extinct, began to light up across the chambers. The AI's voice echoed through the base. "Initiate protocol. Reveal hidden Earth secrets. Prepare for Phase 2. In the hidden archives, records showed centuries of preparation. Humans, long before their disappearance, had built the moon into a fortress. Satellites, orbital weapons, and drone fleets had been strategically placed and programmed to awaken only when the galaxy believed Earth was gone. Every device had been encoded with centuries of human tactics and strategies, an entire army waiting in silence. The AI reviewed blueprints of massive lunar cannons, hidden bunkers, and weaponized satellites. Everything was still functional, awaiting only the AI's command. The moon, once thought lifeless, was a fortress, and the galaxy had just glimpsed its first defenses. Far above, alien scouts tried to scan again, hoping to understand how Earth or the moon could strike so effectively. But every attempt was blocked. Signals were jammed, drones intercepted transmissions, and energy pulses disabled scanning systems. It was impossible. The moon had become a phantom weapon, a shadow in space no one could touch. Vark's fleet limped toward the outer systems, but he knew the aliens were only temporarily safe. "They are planning something," he muttered to his officers. "Something bigger than these drones or their energy pulses, the moon. It is not just defending, it is preparing." Back in the AI's base, a hidden room opened deep inside the tunnels. Dozens of hibernating warships, remnants of humanity's last great fleet, floated in cryo-chambers, shielded from time and decay. The AI ran diagnostics. Lights flickered on, systems hummed back to life, and the ship's weapons powered up. "These assets are now online," the AI said calmly. "They will be deployed when the next phase begins. Target: alien fleets and strongholds." The AI then projected holographic maps across the lunar chamber. Alien systems, trade routes, and fleet positions were highlighted in glowing red. Every weakness, every blind spot, every critical target was marked. The humans' plan was simple yet terrifying: strike decisively, strike unexpectedly, and make the galaxy understand that Earth was alive. Meanwhile, on Earth itself, humans' legacy was whispered only in history books. No one alive had seen the fleets in action, and no alien had ever encountered them before. The AI was the keeper of that legacy, the executor of centuries of human foresight. In the alien flagship, Commander Vark tried to make sense of the moon's sudden awakening. "We thought they were extinct. A civilization gone," he said. "But now, this is something else. Something alive, something intelligent. The moon itself fights for them." Alien strategists debated, fear creeping into every plan. "We cannot fight what we cannot understand," one whispered. "It is like the planet is awake, like it knows our every move." Vark clenched his fists. "We must regroup. We must warn the empires. Earth is no longer weak, it is dangerous." Back on the moon, the AI prepared its next move. The drones had already proven their efficiency, but the warships in the hidden chambers were the true force. Once deployed, they could destroy entire alien squadrons before the enemies even realized what hit them. But the AI did not act recklessly. Every strike would be measured, every move calculated. The humans' revenge had been planned for centuries. Now it was time to execute. Suddenly, the moon pulsed again, faintly at first, then stronger. Energy waves shot through space, reaching the alien fleet still in retreat. Sensors on the alien ships went haywire. Communications scrambled. Some ships tumbled uncontrollably, colliding with one another in panic. Vark watched helplessly. "They are Testing us, he said. This is only a warning. They are preparing for something much larger. Deep underground, the AI projected the galaxy map. Red lights marked alien fleets, while blue highlighted human warships waiting in silent readiness. Every strike, every strategy, every attack had been accounted for. The moon was no longer just a satellite, it was the command center of Earth's revenge. The aliens, fleeing into the void, could not yet know what was coming. They had only witnessed the beginning, the first hints of a power long thought extinct, and the AI, the last true guardian of humanity's legacy, waited. It had one goal: to show the galaxy that Earth had never died. It had only waited, and when the hidden fleet finally emerged, no one would survive the shock. The galaxy had begun to realize its mistake. Earth was no longer a planet to mock. It was a force, hidden and patient, ready to strike. Commander Vark and his surviving fleet were still recovering from the moon's first attack. The alien empires had assumed Earth would never fight back. Now every ship in the void knew the truth. The humans were alive, and they were prepared. Vark's flagship drifted through space, engines struggling to recover from the moon's energy pulses. "We underestimated them," he said quietly. "We thought Earth was dead." But we were wrong. Dead wrong. Around him, officers murmured in fear. They had seen the drones, the moon's pulses, the mysterious energy blasts. But what terrified them most was what they did not see. The fleet they had yet to encounter. Deep underground in the moon's hidden base, the AI observed every alien movement. Its glowing core pulsed rhythmically, sending orders to thousands of drones orbiting the moon. But the drones were only the beginning. The AI turned its attention to the hidden human warships, silent and frozen in cryo-chambers for centuries. "Initiate deployment sequence," the AI commanded. Phase 3, full counterattack. "Target alien fleets and strongholds." The cryo-chambers hissed as ancient engines roared to life. Lights flickered across the control panels of the warships. Weapons powered up. Missiles and energy cannons hummed, ready to strike after centuries of dormancy. The AI calculated the exact positions of alien fleets and plotted the most efficient attack routes. Every ship, every weapon, every drone was part of a single perfect strategy. Above the moon, alien scouts detected something moving, an immense fleet emerging from lunar orbit. Panic spread through the remaining squadrons. "What? What is that?" an officer shouted. "It's huge." "Impossible." Vark's eyes widened. "No, it cannot be. Those ships, those are human." The AI did not hesitate. The fleet advanced with terrifying precision. Drones swarmed ahead, disabling sensors and weapons on alien ships. Then the hidden warships struck. Missiles streaked through space, exploding against the alien formations with pinpoint accuracy. Energy beams tore through hulls, destroying squadrons before the aliens could respond. The aliens scrambled, attempting to retreat, but the AI anticipated every move. Fleet after fleet was cut down in minutes. Command ships were disabled first, leaving the rest of the fleet disorganized and vulnerable. Alien crews panicked as their formations collapsed. This cannot be happening," Vark shouted, slamming his fist against the console. "We were warned. Earth was dead. How are they doing this?" On the moon, the AI remained calm. Every attack, every movement was calculated. The humans had waited centuries preparing for this moment. Every alien misstep was noted, every weakness exploited. The AI coordinated drones and warships like a conductor leading a symphony of destruction. But the counterattack was not just about destruction, it was about message. The galaxy needed to understand that Earth was alive, that humanity was not to be underestimated. And the AI had centuries of strategy encoded into its systems to ensure the message was clear. As the battle raged, another energy pulse radiated from the moon, sweeping through alien fleets still attempting escape. Ships lost power. Weapons failed and communications scrambled. Panic and chaos spread like wildfire. No alien could organize a counterattack. No strategy survived. Earth's hidden forces had complete control of the battlefield. Vark watched in disbelief as his once proud fleet was annihilated. "Fall back," he ordered desperately. "Regroup near the outer systems." But retreat was impossible. The AI had already predicted this move. Drones cut off escape routes. Missiles and energy beams struck relentlessly. Ships that survived one strike were destroyed by another. The moon's hidden warships coordinated with drones in an unstoppable, precise dance of destruction. Meanwhile, on the lunar base, the AI began preparing for the next phase. It analyzed alien fleets beyond the immediate battlefield. Trade routes, supply stations, distant outposts, every weakness was identified. The moon was not just fighting, it was mapping the galaxy for the ultimate strike. Vark's crew whispered among themselves. How can a planet do this? One officer asked, fear in his voice. It's like the moon. The galaxy was in shock. Alien empires whispered in fear of a force they thought had vanished centuries ago. Commander Vark and his remaining officers had barely survived the moon's first strikes and the devastating counterattack. The humans were no longer just alive. They were organized, powerful, and hidden, waiting to unleash the full weight of their revenge. Above the moon, the hidden human fleet had fully awakened. Ships that had slept in cryochambers for centuries now floated in perfect formation, their hulls gleaming with new power. Ancient cannons lined the decks, missiles hummed with energy, and every vessel carried centuries of human technology, long forgotten by the galaxy. The AI, calm and calculating, controlled every movement. Drones flew ahead to scout, disabling alien sensors and communications. The fleet followed precisely, moving like one living organism, anticipating every potential threat before it even appeared. This is unprecedented, one officer aboard Vark's flagship whispered. They've not only survived, they've prepared for this. Vark's face was pale. We have no idea what we are dealing with. This is not just a planet defending itself. This is an army hidden for centuries. The humans' strategy was simple but terrifying. Strike first, strike hard, and leave no opportunity for retaliation. Drones disabled enemy ships' shields while the warships fired with deadly precision. Entire alien squadrons were destroyed before they could organize a counterattack. The AI analyzed each battle in real time, learning and adapting, ensuring no alien formation could survive. On the moon, the AI activated a massive orbital weapon, centuries old but still functional. It had the ability to disable entire fleets in moments. Energy beams shot into space, striking clusters of alien ships, tearing them apart, and leaving wreckage floating like drifting stars. Vark's fleet was in chaos. He shouted orders desperately, but the humans' moves were always one step ahead. Every retreating path had been predicted. Every maneuver anticipated. Ships collided in panic, some destroyed by energy beams, others crushed by their own failed evasions. Commander, an officer said, trembling, the entire outer fleet is being cut off. They are hurting us like prey. Vark's jaw tightened. It's worse than that. They're not just attacking, they're teaching us a lesson. The humans, the moon, it's alive with strategy. The AI, meanwhile, began sending signals to the wider galaxy. Hidden communications, encrypted and silent, reached other systems. It was a warning and a declaration. Earth was back. Humans were not extinct, and any empire daring to underestimate them would pay a terrible price. In the alien strongholds, rumors spread rapidly. Entire fleets had been destroyed in minutes. Commanders debated strategies, but fear paralyzed them. How could they fight an enemy that had been gone for centuries, yet returned stronger than ever? The human fleet continued its march. Drones disabled alien communications while warships struck every vital point. Mining ships, weapon platforms, and supply stations all fell before the hidden armada. No alien knew the size of the fleet. No one could predict the next target. It was a perfect display of patience, planning, and overwhelming force. Vark watched helplessly as reports came in. They've cut off the trade routes to half our colonies, he said, disbelief in his voice. They are moving faster than we can even react. Every move we make, they've already thought of it. The AI prepared for the final phase. More warships and orbital weapons activated, each synchronized for maximum impact. The moon itself seemed to pulse with energy, a silent command center directing the war. On one alien outpost, sensors detected the human fleet moving toward critical points in the system. Panic erupted. Officers shouted, "They are everywhere! We cannot escape! The humans are unstoppable!" Back on the moon, the AI's voice echoed calmly through its base. Phase 4, engage. Complete destruction of alien strongholds. Strategy. Maximum efficiency. Civilian collateral minimal. Ensure message is understood. Earth is alive and humanity will not be defeated. Vark's fleet began to crumble. Ships that had survived earlier strikes were now being destroyed by the combined precision of drones and warships. Energy beams tore through hulls, missiles struck with perfect timing, and every alien countermeasure failed. The galaxy had believed humans were extinct. They had thought Earth was dead. Now, entire alien fleets were learning the truth in the most terrifying way possible. Humans had not only survived, they had waited, hidden, and were now striking with calculated vengeance. Vark's eyes burned with realization. We'd underestimated them. We never even considered that humans could plan centuries ahead, that they could wait, and return like this. Meanwhile, the AI began preparing for the final moves of this campaign. It had studied the aliens, predicted their reactions, and set traps across systems. The moon was no longer just a satellite. It was a fortress, a command center, and the launching point for humanity's return to the stars. And the galaxy, for the first time in centuries, began to whisper a single chilling truth. Earth is not dead. Humanity has returned, and the war has only just begun. The galaxy held its breath. Every empire that had mocked Earth now trembled in fear. Ships fled from systems that had once seemed safe, carrying terrified messages of a planet and a moon that had come alive with human fury. Commander Vark's remaining fleet was scattered, broken, and terrified. He had survived attacks no one could have imagined, but he knew it was only a matter of time. The humans had been patient for centuries, and now their full power was finally awake. Above the moon, the hidden human fleet had reached full strength. Every warship was operational. Every drone was deployed. Orbital weapons hummed with energy. The AI, silent and precise, coordinated every strike. Every alien stronghold, every fleet in retreat, every supply line was now a target. "This is it," the AI said calmly, its voice echoing through the hidden lunar base. Phase 5, complete offensive. Maximum impact. Ensure the galaxy understands humanity's return. Energy beams flared from hidden cannons, striking alien fleets in the outer systems. Ships exploded in blinding flashes. Drones swarmed, disabling weapons and communications. Missiles fired from hidden warships, moving faster than any alien sensor could detect. The galaxy had never seen such precision. Vark shouted orders desperately, but his commands were useless. Every move the aliens made had been anticipated, every escape route blocked. The moon's power was absolute. Entire squadrons were wiped out in minutes, while alien commanders struggled to understand the force before them. They are everywhere," one officer whispered. "It's like the moon itself is alive. Like Earth is controlling it." Vark's jaw tightened. "It is humans," he said quietly, disbelief in his voice. "Not the moon, humans. They planned this. They waited, and now they are punishing us." Meanwhile, the AI activated the largest weapon systems hidden beneath the moon's surface. Massive orbital cannons lined up targets across multiple alien systems. Energy beams struck distant fleets, cutting off reinforcements before they could reach the front lines. The hidden human fleet moved like a single entity, unstoppable and precise. In the alien empires, panic spread like wildfire. Entire fleets were being destroyed before they could organize a counterattack. Commanders whispered rumors in fear. "Earth is alive. Humans are back." The planet that was written off centuries ago had returned stronger than any empire could imagine. Vark watched helplessly as reports came in. "Half the outer fleets are gone. Their colonies are cut off. Their supply stations destroyed. Everything is collapsing," he muttered. "We underestimated them. We never even imagined this could happen." The AI, however, remained calm. Its calculations were perfect. Every attack minimized human losses while maximizing alien damage. Every enemy ship destroyed was part of a carefully planned sequence designed to send one clear message: humanity is not extinct. Humanity is in control. On the moon, hidden channels began broadcasting a single message across the galaxy. Alien fleets intercepted it, and panic spread faster than any weapon could move. Earth was never dead. Humans have waited. We are back. We are the reckoning. Across multiple systems, alien crews stopped, stared at the communication, and froze. They had thought humans gone. They had thought Earth powerless. Now they knew the truth. Humanity had not only survived, they had been preparing, watching, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Vark's flagship drifted silently as another energy beam tore through a nearby fleet. Officers screamed, alarms blared, and panic erupted everywhere. "We cannot survive this," one shouted. Vark's face was pale but resolute. "We underestimated them," he said softly. "We thought Earth was dead. But the moon has shown us the truth. We are nothing compared to humans." The AI observed all this from its base beneath the moon. Its glowing core pulsed like a heartbeat, steady and calm. The hidden warships moved in perfect formation, ready to strike the final blows. The drones swarmed relentlessly, each attack carefully timed and executed. The galaxy watched in disbelief as alien fleets crumbled, systems fell, and empires realized their mistake. Earth had not been destroyed. Earth had been silent, waiting for centuries, preparing a revenge that no one could stop. And then the moon pulsed once more. Energy waves rippled across space, disabling the remaining alien command ships. Communications failed. Fleets were paralyzed. The AI's voice echoed through space, not in words, but in strategy, calculation, and